there, this is Dante with Rangers of Wrestling, bringing you the Wrestling Time post show. And for tonight, I will be reviewing Friday Night Smackdown and AEW Rampage. And I'm joined by, he is the host, the runs the West Coast, Vince McMahon's the legitimate son. And for Michael Chow, please help me welcome for Michael Chow TV, Hollywood, Michael Chow.
Hello! Thanks for having me back. And for the sake of argument, you probably shouldn't tell anyone I'm Vince McMahon's illegitimate child due to what's going on right now.
Oh, yeah.
No association to him. My illegitimate dad is in a whole bunch of trouble, but yeah, he did appear tonight on SmackDown.
Yeah. Before we get into tonight's review, I think we should discuss what is going on. Okay, so I'm sure you're aware because I sent you the news at 4:45 a.m.
Oh, well, he is my illegitimate dad. Yes, I heard.
Yeah, you know. So WWE released a statement today saying that Vince McMahon is officially stepping down as chairman and CEO of the WWE, and Stephanie McMahon is the new interim CEO and chairwoman of the WWE. However, Vince McMahon is still in charge of creative.
Well, for now. I'm very happy that my illegitimate older sister, Stephanie, has taken it. And, Vince, my illegitimate father, and I know the chat room says there's no resemblance.
Yeah,
if you think
Michael 101.
Yep. You should see my illegitimate brother, Hornswoggle. I mean, I look more like him than anything else. But, Vince is still in charge of creative, which is why I'm sure it was his decision to go out on SmackDown. That was an absolute ratings grab, and I actually regret even tuning in. If it wasn't for your show, honestly, I wouldn't have watched because I knew that was going to happen.
Flattered.
I knew that was going to happen.
I am so flattered.
Illegitimate daddy, what are you doing?
You know, so I'm really flattered that you did that. No, but let's talk about it for a second before we jump into this review. So Stephanie McMahon, in my opinion, is just a face. This is all just one big show. You know, and Vince is still going to be in charge, even if he's pulling the strings behind the scenes. What do you think?
Yes, I totally agree. However, Stephanie, she's not going to do it. She does have the power to basically says now that she's interim in charge, she can actually pull Vince off of creative, but I doubt she'll do that. She is where she is right now because I think she has the majority shares of the company because I believe that Triple H also has a huge shares in the company, but he doesn't have as much as Stephanie. And I don't believe they would have given it to Shane because Shane actually sold a lot of his shares several years ago because him and his wife owned this media company. So he sold a whole bunch of shares to get the money to buy that media company with his wife. And they never confirmed it, but apparently Shane is fired. So they're not
didn't he technically get fired back at the Royal Rumble?
You know what? They never confirmed it. Shane has never said anything about it. They never said that, good luck in your future endeavors. And yeah, it's alleged. Just as it's alleged that Vince McMahon is where he is right now. It's alleged. So yeah.
So Michael 101591 saying, I think Stephanie being the interim CEO and chairwoman is a cover-up. After Vince came out on SmackDown, you can tell he's still in charge. Of course he is. Of course he's still in charge. He's a puppet master. He's pulling strings behind the scenes. Let's see. Vince needs to go on old folks home or just stay home. I think it's between Triple H and Nick Khan in control of the company. Definitely.
Woo! Well, I don't think it's going to be Triple H. Guy has a heart condition. I don't think he can handle basically taking over an entire company. And Nick Khan, the battle of the Khans. Khan versus Khan.
Isn't there a Khan in Connecticut?
Yeah. First order. Fire everyone. Nick Khan. This is me, Nick Khan speaking. Fire everyone. So yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever left that comment, I believe his name is Nick DiTullo. He would be a better Nick than Nick Khan. Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat would be a better Khan than this guy. Oh boy. For now, from what I hear, my sources say that the superstars and the workers in the company seem to be very optimistic that Stephanie is in charge. You know, the character that we see on TV, Stephanie, the character, might not be the same behind the scenes. She might actually be pretty good at her job behind the scenes. So, you know, fingers crossed, we'll see what Stephanie can do.
It says Nick Conman is going to control the company after McMahon is gone.
That's true. From what I hear, he owns a lot. He owns a lot of stake in the company. Like,
Yeah,
ooh, there's a lot of politics going around. I heard rumors that seriously Nick Khan and John Laurinaitis has secretly been teaming up to take Triple H down, which started with getting him out of NXT 2.0, but a story for another day. But you know what? John Laurinaitis, he's in some hot water too. So
yeah.
Good luck, Johnny Ace. Everyone say bye-bye to Nikki and Brie Bella's stepdad. Bye.
Yeah. All right. So let's start off with SmackDown, since what we just talked about plays into SmackDown. So WWE also tweeted out that Vince McMahon was gonna be on SmackDown tonight. So
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Really? Even like Fightful Select reported that he was gonna appear on SmackDown in character. Which you said that was gonna happen.
I knew that this was gonna happen because let's face it, there's an ongoing investigation going on. Vince legally can't address anything, and he especially can't do it on live TV. I knew that this was a ratings grab. WWE is so shady. They will turn anything into ratings. This is the same company that storylined Eddie Guerrero's death. They literally wrote Randy Orton to say that Eddie Guerrero's in hell, and they put that on live TV. They are so
Not
shady.
Not to mention, Vince McMahon faked his own death on live TV too.
He did. He faked his own deaths. And then he came back because Chris Benoit had passed away. They did a tribute show. And then they retracted it. They retracted the tribute show to a guy who essentially, I don't need to say it. You guys know what he did. But yeah, exactly. Yeah. In the chat room, it's clickbait. I mean, when we talked to it, Vince McMahon, sorry to jump the gun here, was on screen less time than the WWE Smackdown intro, less time than a commercial break, less time in a Roman Reigns intro. It was pathetic. When we get into it, when we talk about it, we'll analyze what he said, which it's freaking pathetic. Yeah, if you want to talk about, we can talk about because
we will right now.
Yikes.
So Nick saying, but Steph can when she just resigned from a lesser position, and thanks for the stroke of the ego, my dude. This whole situation is very soap opera style. People power is going to be featured Endeavor. They're clickbait. Thank you, Vince, for wasting 3 minutes of our brain cells.
I am very, very sorry for the 3-minute women's match that I'm sure Vince cut so he could do this on live TV. So yeah, there you go.
All right. So, like I said, it was reported Vince McMahon was going to be on SmackDown. And SmackDown kicked off with Vincent Kennedy McMahon coming down to the ring.
The fans went, woo-hoo! Yes! Yes! Same fans that criticize him every single week. Comes out, no chance. Woo-wee!
And not only that, some of us watching think like, oh my god, he's going to he's gonna say something. Me, I personally thought it was going to be in character. He was probably going to give some reason for stepping down, and then in typical Vince McMahon fashion, he was going to have all the superstars come out and clap for him and this, that, and the third. And then you were going to have somehow, some way, Paul London was going to be in there smiling.
Oh, yeah. Yes. And the ring was going to blow up. That's what was going to happen.
Michael 101591 says, well, Vince tore up the script of SmackDown as always. Yeah.
Of course.
I do. Yes, definitely. But not a good way to kick off SmackDown.
Not a good way. Not a good way. He came out here. It was like less than a couple of seconds. And a guy who allegedly is in legal trouble and an investigation's going on because he supposedly had an affair with a corporate employee comes out to the ring and says, well, you know, the WWE intro logo, the words say together, bye. And I'm like, well, what are you insinuating here, Vince? Are you saying we're all together? Are you saying we're with you on the fact that you cheated on your wife, you promoted a woman and paid her to shut her mouth? We're not with you, Vince. This is not together. You're on your own, bro.
That's why the name of the show
is Dad, you're on your own. Okay?
That's why the name of the show is Snore Down.
Let down, snore down, you name it. Yikes.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are not, by the way, I don't care what Vince says. We are not together, all right? Vince, you are on your own. You are going down, bro.
Definitely. All right. So after that, we had a Riddle promo who he's basically talking about how tonight's match he's going to dedicate it to Randy Orton. Randy, yes. He plays Randy Orton's theme song. It's a very heartfelt promo. I actually really liked it. He said that Randy was having 20 years of killing legends and sacrificed everything to entertain us. I don't know if you know, but it's been reported that Randy Orton could potentially be out for the rest of the year. I believe Fightful Select also reported on that too.
Yes, I've heard that he is having back problems. He's going to have back surgery. And not to jump the gun. Well, I assume everyone in the chat room watched SmackDown. But, you know.
Didn't we all watch SmackDown? What are you talking about, Michael? SmackDown is everyone's favorite show.
But anyway, you know what? Sources say with Randy Orton, the planned opponent for Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, they said there were sources going around, other opponents, right? They think it might be Roman versus Riddle again. I like what I saw tonight, not to jump the gun. They say Roman versus Lashley because Lashley had set things up.
Michael, we have an opponent for SummerSlam, and we'll get to that at the end.
That totally took me by surprise. I hate my life. I hate SmackDown. Why do I watch this show? My God, why are we doing this?
I asked myself that too. All right, so it's such a Vince McMahon thing to do to hear that pop and get a few words in. Vince is only together with Bruce Pritchard, John Laurinaitis, and Kevin Dunn. This is not my favorite show. Impact is my favorite weekly wrestling show. Slammiversary is this Saturday. It's on Sunday. You watching, Michael?
No. I'm sorry, guys. Okay. I don't watch Impact. No. There's nothing wrong with Impact. There's just so much wrestling every single week. Tila, hats off to you. I don't know how you do it. I probably only watch AEW. And WWE-wise, I only watch NXT, which is seriously the worst show out of the three. Seriously,
I don't know why you watch NXT over
NXT. So it is the last great show that WWE was, and watching WWE for like over 25 years, I feel like I owe it to him to watch something WWE. So I just watch NXT. Gosh, it's so bad. It is seriously bad. There's nothing good about WWE now. So thanks NXT for botching it. So.
Yeah. So then after that, we had, please tell me you can explain this to me. Yes. The last laugh match between Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss. I had no idea what this match entailed. And honestly, I really didn't care. I'm tired of this feud. We needed to move on from this feud. They said this is the last time, and hopefully it is, because I really don't care.
That is true. It was so bad that even the ring announcer forgot to even mention in the entrance intro that this was a last laugh match, because she also doesn't care. Ricochet's girlfriend does not care that this is a last laugh match. But if I were to point anything else out, Tila, the hometown curse has been officially lifted.
Oh yeah, Madcap Moss from hometown of Minnesota.
He did it.
Thank God, because I feel like if Corbin would have won, the feud would have continued.
I know. I mean, he's such on a roll that since he's from Minneapolis, he would get such a pop if he were to go out and challenge Roman Reigns at the end of SmackDown for SummerSlam. Would you believe it? That's the best case scenario. I would love it so much if Madcap Moss is like, I'm from Minneapolis, and I'm the only WWE pro wrestler from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I'm challenging Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I'd be like, yes.
Michael 101 591 saying, thank God this feud is over. What an awful feud it was. He's smoking a small town. Says, wish we can go back to WCW, WWF Wars of the 90s. That was my childhood.
That would be wonderful. I guess the last one we had was AEW versus NXT. That even though Triple H would tell otherwise, AEW whooped NXT's buttocks. So,
yes. So, something, I don't know how you feel about this, but after the end of the match, mind you, Madcap Moss won. You had Baron Corbin confronting Pat McAfee, finally saying him that why he's been talking smack about him this entire time. So it got me thinking, like, you know, like, is this going to lead to something, or is this just one of those things that WWE was kind of like, oh, like we forgot the last part of the match, laugh, because that's what he said, Pat McAfee.
It's never referred to again. So I was expecting literally Happy Corbin to get his luggage, walk out the back, and people be laughing at him. Kind of didn't happen. What was the point of this match? They're testing the waters. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to replace Last Man Standing with Last Laugh Standing. So, yeah. But it looks like they're setting up a match between Happy Corbin versus Pat McAfee at SummerSlam. And you know what's going to happen, right? After the match, Vince McMahon's going to come out here and goes, "You're now going to face me, Pat McAfee versus Vince McMahon, part 2, pal."
Oh, God, no, we don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that.
Such good shit.
We don't need that. Then we had a backstage segment with Natty, who she's basically talking about how the sharpshooter is the most dangerous submission move. She's going to break bones, tear tenders, and humble people. And has had the most first of any women. Thoughts on that promo?
Well, first of all, you actually forgot a segment before that, because Natalya, don't forget, we got the brand invitational wildcard best of both worlds super show appearance by the Street Profits for a pointless segment. They do a backstage segment and then they vanish for the rest of the show. So yeah. Well, you know, brand invitational, they got to do it every quarterly. So
yes,
you know.
All right, so it's the New Day versus Jinder Mahal and Shanky. I gotta do something real quick.
Sure.
Start talking about this match.
I will. So, ladies and gentlemen, this was a production mess, because if you actually saw this match, it started with the New Day coming out, cut to commercial break. We come back, Natalya is in a promo. Cut to a Jinder Mahal and Shanky coming down the ring, a commercial break. There were literally 3 commercial breaks during this match, but thank goodness we were not getting a New Day versus Sheamus and his boys again. We got to plug the fact that Shanky, the skyscraper, is the new dancing Great Khali. It will probably end up in a very, very bad Shanky versus Jinder Mahal match. Throw that into the pre-show at SummerSlam, my friends. And yeah, there's nothing else to say about this match. It was not good. It was very predictable. This reminded me a lot of the Omos and AJ Styles versus New Day at WrestleMania. Give them credit where credit's due. Kofi Kingston sold the shots from Shanky like a champ. All right. He did the same thing he did for Shanky that he did for Omos, and they made it look good. But once they find out that Shanky really can't perform in the ring or on the mic, and the only thing that they can honestly use him for is dancing, which Vince McMahon loves. He loves it when people look like complete idiots. So other than that, that's all that this match was good for. It's 50-50 because, what was it, 3 weeks ago, Shanky danced and it cost Jinder the match. And then Jinder took on one of the idiots from the Los, Humberto
Carrillo. You're still talking about the match? I thought we'd be done with this.
I had to stall until you come back. So I was talking about how basically this whole thing's been 50-50 because Shanky dances and Jinder Mahal loses. And then I think he took on Los Lotharios and he danced, which distracted Los Lotharios, and Jinder Mahal picked up the win. And then in this match, he danced again and he cost him the match. It's 50-50 booking. It's going to lead to an awful match between Shanky and Jinder Mahal at SummerSlam. Pray it's in the pre-show.
I can't believe we're moving towards SummerSlam when, like, literally we got a pay-per-view in 2 weeks.
That is true. And I mean, jeez. We got that, and we also got Clash at the Castle, so it makes booking the SummerSlam match with Roman Reigns, like, you're assuming, okay, not to jump ahead, you're assuming that Roman Reigns is going to win all of his pay-per-view matches on the road to SummerSlam, which means he keeps his title against his opponent at SummerSlam, or he doesn't appear until SummerSlam. Take your pick.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd rather not have Roman not appear. He's already not appearing anyways.
No lie, I totally forgot he was on the show. I totally forgot. No, seriously, it's like this is one of the biggest issues. You go away, people forget. I totally forgot that he was Undisputed Champ. I forgot that he was even on the show. And that's bad news, because once fans don't care, they won't care once he leaves. So, yeah.
Yep. So Michael 101591 saying no one wants to see McAfee versus Corbin. What's next?
Mhm.
Michael Cole coming back in the ring. SmackDown roster is so deplorable that WWE is now asking McAfee to have a match. Shanky will join the New Day. Saturday Night Fever. Shanky making a fool of himself dancing.
I will say this week he didn't dance with Ricochet's girlfriend, the ring announcer. So, I thought they were building something, right? No?
Yeah. All right. Actually, before we continue, I don't know if I told you. I think I told you. I'm not going to Money in the Bank. I was.
Oh,
I had my hotel booked and everything. I was gonna leave Friday and then come back Monday. That's when I thought the pay-per-view was on Sunday, but then I found out it's on a Saturday, and I was like, there's no point in me staying until Monday. And then, like, Cody Rhodes got injured, and it was like, okay.
Like, Cody's not going to be there. I doubt Roman's going to be there.
They moved it from Allegiant Stadium to the MGM Grand. So it was like, okay, yeah, I'm definitely not going now.
I mean, they moved it from, I believed it was, what was it, a tennis stadium, I think? Originally was at a tennis stadium.
No, Allegiant Stadium was at the home of last year's SummerSlam. It's a football stadium.
Okay, it was a football
of the Raiders.
Stadium. There you
go. The former Oakland Raiders, Michael.
Yes. Go Raiders. Anyways, it was a former football arena. They then moved it down to a smaller arena inside a casino, the MGM. Most likely, don't be surprised if they actually downgrade it to a bingo hall on the Las Vegas Strip.
Actually, sorry about that.
Honestly, the most ticket sales are priced so bad, they most likely will move it to a strip club. There you go. I think that will fit.
There's plenty of those in Vegas.
You know it. So, Raw Underground is back, baby, at this strip club at Money in the Bank. What if Money in the Bank was in the strip club?
That.
That'd be crazy. They put the briefcase on a stripper pole. They have to climb up here. Just throwing ideas out there. Vince would love that. So,
all right, let's proceed. So afterwards, we had a Drew McIntyre and Sheamus segment, which I'm not sure if you watched SmackDown last week.
Ooh. Your dog doesn't like this segment at all.
Give me 1
Your
second.
dog hates it.
Yeah, she hates it so much. She won't stop barking. She doesn't want me to talk about this segment.
Oh, jeez.
So basically, the gist of this segment was finding out who was going to be in Money in the Bank. And guess what?
Who? Wait. You and I talked last week. We're like, what are they going to plan? And I had #MichaelChowCreative. I said, well, if they're smart, they want ratings, this is what they should do. Since both of them lost the match, Adam Pearce should come out here and say, well, you both got DQ'd, so you're basically both losers. All right? But this is what I'll do for you. And this is what's fair for everyone. I'm going to do a last chance over the top rope battle royale. So everyone who lost
that idea.
Thank you. Well, it's what I do. It's not what WWE does. But so everyone who lost their qualifying match will be put in this over the top rope battle royale. Okay. Then they could do something stupid like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus go over the rope at the same time. Now that's a smart idea. Now a bad idea would just be like you guys both got DQ'd. That means you're both losers. And we're going to put you both in the match, which makes everyone who didn't qualify by losing legitimately look like complete idiots. So, Natalya, you tell me now, what did they decide to do?
Oh, they decided to put both Drew McIntyre and Sheamus in the Money in the Bank match.
What? They both lost. They both DQ means you lose. By definition alone, look it up in the dictionary. A tie means you both lose. They both got put in there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, did Adam Pearce say you're both in it, or did he do some stupid like he goes, Sheamus, you're in there, and pause like a little idiot? And then one of the guy who wasn't mentioned then beats up the guy who was mentioned, and then he goes, oh, wait a minute. You didn't let me finish. You're both in the match. Gosh, I wish that Sonya Deville was still my co-GM because I am awful at my freaking job.
Yeah.
Maybe we can hire a new GM to help me out. Maybe Paige, before her contract runs out.
Oh, you didn't hear the news? Paige tweeting out that she's done with WWE in July.
Yes, it's very sad. And for those of you who didn't know, please go check out Paige's awesome Twitch video game account. She actually confirmed on her Twitch account that it was not her choice to leave. She said that her contract is up in July and WWE has decided not to renew her contract. She said she would love to come back if they ever want her. Have her be a GM. Have her be a manager for like a tag team or a singles wrestler. She was the manager of the Kabuki Warriors. That was fine, right? Put her on that cringe pre-show panel.
Who watches a pre-show?
Well, not me. Sam Roberts on there or JBL. If anything, okay, here's the thing. Like Daniel Bryan, right? Eventually, they ended up clearing him. But WWE doctors did not clear Daniel Bryan. And what the WWE doctor says goes. If anything else, Paige can actually go see another doctor. If they clear her, she can go wrestle somewhere else. We could, and since her contract runs out in July, she doesn't have to serve her 90-day no-compete clause. She could honestly be on AEW the first week of July. So, fingers crossed.
I still maintain that the only reason Daniel Bryan got cleared was because at the time, 2018, he was talking about how as soon as his contract was up, he was going to go to the Indies. And I still think that the only reason they cleared him was to prevent that from happening.
Yes,
of course. Let's see here. Michael says that even my dog thinks SmackDown is awful. Yes. And that Paige will be AEW bound. Yes, she will. Then we had a quick Sami Zayn segment, which I actually like Sami Zayn. But he was basically saying that there's no ill will towards him and that everything is fine, basically.
I'm a little bit confused. At the end of this interview, there was a long pause. And then what? Did Sami say he had to go to the bathroom or something? What was that long pause?
I don't know. He said that he had to leave.
I was expecting like Roman to open the door or someone to open the door or something to happen, but nothing happened. And Sami said, I got to go to the restroom. And then he just walked off. It was very confusing. So
yeah, definitely.
I will say this though. I will say this, not to jump the gun, but what happened at the end of the show, the person who came out to challenge Roman Reigns, I hope that person interacts with Sami because that stuff is gold. So the person who came out at the end of SmackDown who's challenging Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, I hope they interact with Sami because they've done so before, and it was absolutely great chemistry. Funny, good stuff.
All right, so then we had Raquel Rodriguez versus Shayna Baszler.
Oh, man. I hope she leaves.
Of course, Raquel Rodriguez wins this. What do we have to talk about in this match?
Nothing much. Lacey Evans was on commentary. It was cringe. And Raquel
101.91 saying smiley Raquel.
Yeah, no. I'm hearing sources. This is a direct direction from Vince. He literally told Raquel Gonzalez Martinez to say Strowman, by the way, probably soon. He told Braun Strowman's girlfriend, Raquel Rodriguez, she wants her to smile more. Now, don't get me wrong. She's a very attractive woman, but it's just, what is this? Okay, you know what? It's a baby face. It might work, but it's too much. You get to a point where it's noticeably too much. Like she might as well just put her fingers on her cheeks and go like this. There's no difference. I feel bad for Shayna Baszler. I mean, she was my pick to take on Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam. They would put on a good match. Just let them go at it. Let them produce their own match. It would be quite good. But Shayna's literally, I mean, to put this out here, Shayna is not Vince McMahon's ideal
No.
idea of what a WWE Women's Superstar should be. All right, which is it's a real shame. She is literally like the woman version of Brock Lesnar, and that's what you want. She was great in NXT, but to see where she is now, it's a real shame. She lost with a Shokina bomb out of nowhere. Like, it was literally out of nowhere that Raquel Rodriguez did that one-headed chokeslam. So,
yeah.
Jeez.
Michael 101-591 saying she looks like an advertisement for Colgate. Shows those pearly whites.
Gotta get that ad revenue. Vince needs that $3 million.
Yeah. All right. So next you get a maximum male model segment with Max Dupree saying that he's not going to debut his male models because it's the stage is not up to par. That lighting is ridiculous. Now let me ask you this, Michael. Why male models?
I don't understand. I don't remember. You didn't watch NXT that far back. Comment section, Nick DiTullo, Michael. If you're in the comment section, you remember. I'm just gonna call him Eli Drake. Eli Drake was in NXT long time ago.
You mean LA Knight?
Yes, LA Knight. Max Dupree, Rene Dupree's younger brother, by the way. So anyway, Rene Dupree's younger brother, Max Dupree, he was in NXT a long time ago. He had left because he was being bullied by Bill DeMont. He brings that up. And then he went to Impact, became a star, and he came back as LA Knight. Now, this is a name that WWE came up for him. So why didn't they just use LA Knight again? Because I assume that they call him LA Knight because WrestleMania is going to be in LA next year. I'm like, oh, this is great. They're obviously going to call LA Knight up to the main roster. They're going to do a huge thing surrounding him, LA Knight, when WrestleMania is in LA next year. And they decide to repackage him as Rene Dupree's younger brother, Max Dupree. And yeah, they're just going to keep prolonging this like Emelina and Veer Mahan. We're never going to get to see his clients. And if you guys wanted to know, I don't know if it still is, but his clients have already been revealed in dark matches. It is actually Mace, who's been repackaged as Mace the Face, because he's a model. No. Okay. You think I'm making this up? I know I joke a lot on your YouTube channel, but that is seriously what my sources have been telling me. He is appearing in dark matches, and Mace has been repackaged as Mace the Face because he's a model. And the other client is actually Mansoor, which I think is a good idea. So his two clients, unless they actually change it, because I don't think they're sure about this because they keep delaying who the clients are, is Mace the Face and Mansoor. Which is probably why we haven't seen Mansoor on television, and we see Mace never. So yeah.
So I actually have to say you didn't understand my reference when I said, "But why male models?"
Oh, why?
You never watched Zoolander?
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, can he at least do the face? Do the face.
Can he do the famous blue steel? That's what I want to know. If Mace cannot do the famous blue steel, does he really deserve to call himself a male model?
There you go. They should get Ben Stiller for an episode. Remember when they used to do Raw guest host? Get him on there.
Or Owen Wilson, or maybe still Will Ferrell.
That's true. You know, Ben Stiller actually guest starred on an episode of Monday Night Raw a long time ago. This is like Attitude Era. But can actually go. Yeah, it wasn't good. But anyway, go on YouTube, put Ben Stiller Monday Night Raw, you'll find out. So yeah.
But you know, like if I really hope, I don't trust her to be creative though, but it would be really cool if they like do like a whole Zoolander inspired storyline with these male models.
They are gonna do a runway themed segment because on Monday Night Raw we got a pose down. They're gonna do a some type of pose, like some.
Oh, do you think Wright? Yeah. Do you think Wright said Fred can loan them? I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy.
Oh man! If anything else, you know what? Honestly, fingers crossed. Bring back Tyler Breeze. It'd be great. I would love. No, honestly, I'm on the fence with Max Dupree because I hate the repackage. LA Knight was fine. Eli Drake was fine, right? But if Max Dupree, Rene Dupree's younger brother, if he introduces Tyler Breeze as his first client, I'm back on board. So fingers crossed. Tyler Breeze, in his 30s, still a young guy. All right, bring back the character. So.
Yeah. So even though he doesn't know where to take this Max Supreme model storyline, can you imagine if his first models are the Viking
Oh
Raiders?
my gosh, they're
I
gonna
still
do
haven't seen
something.
Zoolander yet. Okay, well,
Ooh.
let me know when you finally do get to see Zoolander, Michael. 101591. Let me know what you think about it.
To be fair, I haven't seen the sequel, and I remember very little about part 1.
I have no intentions of seeing the sequel. I still feel like Zoolander should have been a standalone film, but that's just me.
They need that money.
Yeah. So then we had a Gunther segment, which I kind of felt, I don't know how you felt, but I felt like they were trying to bring back the anti-America gimmick with this, because he started talking about how like no American will ever hold the IC title anymore. He starts naming countries like Canada, Mexico, Italy, England. I just got anti-America feel. And like we've been through this kind of gimmick before. I'm tired of it. I don't understand why I had to give Gunther such an anti-American gimmick. Like, is that mandatory for every foreigner? Rusev had that storyline. I think KO had like the whole face of America thing.
Oh, that was great.
So it's like, why do they go this route with the foreigners? I think I asked you this way long ago on your show.
Mm-hmm. You know what? A small little detail. I am very surprised that they did not have Ludwig Kaiser say that Gunther is the best superstar in all the Atlantic. Take a little jab at AEW. So, yeah.
I see what you did there.
Hey-o.
Did you catch the Walter chants during the segment? The crowd started chanting, Walter.
They're never going to get off it. You know what? I like Gunther. I really hope Ricochet that they're not going to hot potato the belt. So I hope Ricochet doesn't win next week. Don't do it.
Yeah. So then in the main event, we had the Undisputed Championship match.
I mean,
it was
match
Roman
was
Reigns versus Riddle. And I have to say, this was actually a really good match. My favorite spot in this match was when Roman Reigns was attempting to do the spear and Riddle caught him with an RKO.
That was good. Yeah. I love it when you do that.
Yeah, that was a really cool spot. And aside from this, even though it was a good match, it was still predictable.
Wait. Before you get to it. So this match ended, and I think I remember there's like 10 minutes left, 5 minutes left. I'm like, okay, something's going down. Who's coming out, right? I was literally like, because we're like, what if the dirt sheets are wrong? Like, I'm totally expecting Randy Orton to come out here, RKO Roman Reigns out of nowhere. Yo, send the fans home happy. I'm expecting Lashley's music to hit. I'm expecting anyone, Drew McIntyre to hit. I would even prefer 20 years of Cena, Screw Theory, comes out here and say, hey, Roman versus Cena part 3. Technically part 2, because they don't reference the fact about the No Mercy match. So, yeah.
Which I was there for.
Oh, good. But the worst, I wasn't expecting this person to come out at all. Like, seriously. Oh, my gosh.
All right.
My gosh.
So basically, we both know Roman was going to win. This ain't more apt, so we were right. Come on now. Come on. So at the end of the match, Roman starts talking about how 2 years ago he said he would wreck everybody and leave. And now he's wrecked Riddle and he's going to leave. He's basically starts saying that there's no one left. There's no one left to challenge. And so he grabs the microphone and says, Minnesota, acknowledge me. And then guess who comes down? The home state favorite.
Madcap Moss.
No.
A member of the Minnesota Vikings football team.
A former member of the Minnesota Vikings. None other
Viking Raiders.
Brock Lesnar. And he offers Roman his hand. He F5s Roman, and then he F5s the Usos, and that is how SmackDown ends.
Should we, for those who didn't check social media, should we say that WWE has officially announced the match?
Yes, it's been officially announced that at SummerSlam, it's going to be Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Undisputed title. And I believe it was announced it's going to be a last man standing match.
Not a last laugh standing match?
Nope, a last man standing match.
Wait, so I'm confused. There's like 2 pay-per-views before this: Money in the Bank and Clash at the Castle. So
before we talk about that, hold on. So FIFO Select actually reported that even though Brock Lesnar and Roman are main eventing SummerSlam, that wasn't the original plan. They said that, as reported this week, Randy Orton is likely having surgery and was originally the idea for Reigns' opponent for the show. However, once it became clear that Randy Orton wouldn't be able to perform anytime soon, the plan was put in place for Brock Lesnar to return to the company.
I can understand that if SummerSlam was going to be in Minnesota, but it's not.
It's in Nashville.
Gosh, then get freaking Rusev back for one night. I know he's in front. He resides in Nashville.
Or you can have him face AJ Styles. Nashville is like the home of Impact.
Yeah, do that. I don't care. You know, he's an undisputed champ, right? He's supposed to be going to both shows, but he only appears on SmackDown. Do we have some comments in the comment section? But
how many times are we going to see Lesnar versus Roman? What did Lesnar do to earn a shot at the title? I'm so sick of seeing both of them go at it. Watch Goldberg will be back soon. So from my understanding, it was originally supposed to be Roman versus Riddle at Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, this was when SummerSlam. Now I'm jumping the gun. When Money in the Bank was still at Allegiant Stadium. Now, they probably thought that match was enough to sell Allegiant Stadium. Remember, I told you I was at SummerSlam last year in that same arena. They couldn't even sell out for SummerSlam.
Let's put this into context. Before everything went to absolute garbage, right? The circumstances that happened with several superstars, right? They were advertising, and they changed the poster. They were advertising that Roman Reigns was going to be there. They advertised that Cody Rhodes was going to be there. They advertised that Charlotte would be there. They advertised that Ronda was going to be there. And they couldn't sell the tickets. They took Charlotte off the poster. They took Roman off the poster. They took Cody off the poster. I don't know if Ronda's still going to perform at Money in the Bank. So, geez. They couldn't sell tickets with those 4 predominant superstars being advertised. And now they can't. They're going to that strip club. They're not even going to be able to sell out.
Oh my God. Did I tell you? Did I tell you what happened at Double or Nothing? I personally didn't see this, but people saw it and they took pictures and posted it on Twitter. So Double or Nothing was at the T-Mobile Arena.
Oh, yeah. I think you told us, yeah.
Supposedly there was like a truck driving around the T-Mobile Arena advertising Money in the Bank with Cody's face on it. I didn't see it, but other people did. And
now he's not going to be at the pay-per-view. This is kind of embarrassing. So there you go. Karma, WWE. Take that.
All right. But that pretty much concludes SmackDown. And honestly, like, out of 10, this is not a Ty Dillinger. There's not really... No, I like the Sami Zayn segment. And I like the main event. Mr. McMahon being the ultimate troll by just not really saying anything.
Oh, my goodness.
So with all that taken into consideration, I'm just going to give it a 2 out of 10.
I'm going to be completely honest. I was actually willing to give this a 2 out of 5. But that ending, Brock Lesnar, I'm downgrading it to a 1 out of 5. That was bad. 2-hour show, only 4 matches total.
Oh, there's only 4 matches?
4 matches, I counted. 4 matches only. This feud is... Who still wants this? I don't get it.
No.
All the matches have been bad. How many matches have been? There was Crown Jewel. They were supposed to fight at day 1, but the match got canceled because Roman got COVID. So I'm going to count that because they were supposed to have that match. And then they had the match WrestleMania? And now we're getting it 4. We're getting this match 4 times within a year. No one likes it. They promoted it as the best WrestleMania match of all time. Match lasted 10 minutes. It was so bad. So bad.
1 out of 10. This show sucks.
F5 here. Superman punch. I don't care if it's the last man standing match. It is so bad. They're trying to be Austin versus The Rock. It will never be Austin versus The Rock. This is one of the worst feuds in WWE history. Seriously. It is so bad. The matches are never good. The feuds are never good. Props where credit's due. I do like Lesnar's babyface character, but this is not working at all. It is so bad. It makes me cringe every time I see it. It is seriously one of the worst feuds of 2022.
You know, to be honest, like SmackDown was just kind of background noise to me this time around.
Yeah, so bad.
I tried, Michael. I tried. Do you know I do this on a weekly basis? You sometimes watch every now and then. It gets
I've learned my
sometimes.
lesson. I'm not watching. They can advertise Vince to be on Raw, and he's be like, "I'm gonna be on Raw." I don't care. I don't care, Vince. Oof.
What if it's The Rock that's on Raw?
No, I don't trust it. Honestly, even The Rock is cringe now. I'm sorry, guys. It is. Last time he was on there was what? So SmackDown's anniversary special. Oh man, poor Corbin went out there. Becky Lynch, back when Becky Lynch was good as the man. Now she's just playing cringe. Even The Rock is cringe. Rock has been cringe for a while. I'm sorry. Since the Cena WrestleMania feud, he's been cringe.
Now let's talk about the most favorite show of the evening, AEW Rampage.
Rampage Road Rager.
Rampage Road Rager. Okay, he corrected me. Yep. Alrighty, so Rampage Road Rager kicked off with the incredible Jon Moxley versus Dante Martin. This was a good match. Actually, I liked it. Great way to start off a Rampage. I really like that spot. I don't know if you noticed it or if you caught it, but there was this one spot where Dante Martin was like on the ropes and he just jumps off while Moxley was like on the outside and lands on his feet. I thought that was a really cool spot. Yeah,
geez, some of these heights, like he gets really far in the air and he lands on his foot. I'm surprised he hasn't broken his foot, which is weird because his brother is the one who's injury prone. So
yeah. Did you catch William Regal on commentary saying that he wanted to see a bald Chris Jericho?
Yes.
Yeah, I caught that too. And so obviously Moxley wins this by submission. But good match. You?
Yeah, I totally agree. I like matches when superstars don't use their usual finishing moves. So I like the elbow, and I think he got him in some type of arm lock. So he doesn't usually finish moves like that. So I like it when they mix it up. Dante Martin, feels so bad. He is like being like rotated all over the place. Like so many people give him props. I mean, after the match, even Jon Moxley gave a little bow to him out of respect. Hangman Page even gave respect to Dante Martin when they had their AEW championship match. I think they dropped the storyline of Dante Martin signing with Team Taz way too fast. Like they really should have stretched that out. And his brother is constantly coming back and constantly getting injured. I feel so bad. So yeah.
All right, so then we had a backstage segment with Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee, Ricky Starks, Powerhouse Hobbs.
Oh boy.
Basically, it seems like there's tension between Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland. Because if you recall, Swerve Strickland threw Keith Lee over the top rope, eliminating him. But he made a point to say that it's singles competition. But Keith Lee wanted to know what was his reasoning, or he was gonna whoop him.
Ooh. Freaking Keith Lee.
So then Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs shows up, and they said that Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland have yet to beat them. And correct me, I don't know if my ears deceived me, but the Starks caught himself the Shaq and Kobe.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think I was.
I don't know if I heard that correctly.
That would make a lot of sense because Shaq and Kobe kind of always had problems with each other when they were on the same basketball team. So that makes sense. That was a good reference. But yeah.
Let's see. WWE Raw and SmackDown still hasn't been great in the PG era.
No, never will. Never again. Never again.
Yep. Then we have Max Caster and the Gun Club versus Bear Country and Leon Ruffin. Now, did you catch Max Caster's rap? He kind of took a shot at Vince McMahon.
Yes, he did. You either got the reference or you don't. So
yeah, that was hilarious. I thought that was funny when I heard that. I was like, oh my god.
I feel like that's the. Not to jump the gun, but this is a quick squash match. I feel like Tony Khan just put Max Caster on the card just so he can make that jab. He's like, well, this is going on with Vince. I want someone to make fun of it. Max Caster, you're going out there.
Yeah, and pretty much like you said, this was a squash match because Max Caster and Bear and the Gun Club ended up winning.
Yeah, squash match. I don't recall because I don't watch AEW Dark, and I don't know if you've seen him before, but Leon Ruff is a former NXT superstar, so I think he's making his debut tonight. Have you seen Leon? He's been repackaged as Leon Ruffin It. Have you seen Leon Ruffin It before?
I don't watch Darker Elevation.
Oh, no, I mean like as far as Rampage. Have you seen this?
Oh, no, I haven't seen him before.
Okay. So there you go. AEW debut. Leon, former NXT superstar Leon Ruff.
Pro wrestling fan. The only time WWE has been great in the PG era was the Summer Punk, Daniel Bryan era, and from NXT 2013 to 2020.
I feel so bad. The Summer Punk is absolutely cursed.
Yeah,
it was that Summer Punk he had in WWE, and I think he got us. Didn't he storyline wise? But didn't he also get injured during that too? And now he was entering the summer this year as champion, and he got injured again. So yikes! Sorry, Punk.
Yep. Then we get a quick Hookhausen segment, and basically we find out Hook is going to take on someone from New Japan's LA Dojo. I don't know who it is. I cannot give any guesses because I don't watch New Japan, and I don't know anybody on the roster.
Mm-hmm. They made it a point to say it's the New Japan LA Dojo. So I don't watch New Japan, but
I don't watch New Japan either.
It may not be a Japanese wrestler. It might be someone who's local. So it's coming from someone from the New Japan LA Dojo. So I don't know. Okay,
and I wouldn't know because I've never been to the LA Dojo.
There you go. Do you know where like it is?
I think so.
Okay.
I think I know where it's at.
Do they run shows there?
Yeah, I think. I could be wrong. I'm talking about something else entirely. I don't know.
Hey, maybe it's Okada. Hook versus Okada. Come on.
Then we had the TBS Championship match. Is Jade Cargill with Kira Hogan and Stokely Hathaway versus Willow Nightingale. A good match.
Yep.
Chris Jericho named Jade Cargill his Sports Entertainer of the Week.
He did.
You know, so she hit the pedigree before hitting Jaded on Nightingale.
Yeah. Oh,
I was not expecting that.
I was not expecting that either. And you know what? Pedigree is such a good move. It's the fact that Jade Cargill's kind of just using it as a regular move. I don't know about that. They should just give it to someone.
Yeah. And so, of course, Jade Cargill wins. And after the match, Athena attacks her and Kira Hogan. But then she gets outnumbered and she's saved by Chris Statlander. So does this mean, I know it's not the day we're talking about here, but I always like to use this reference. Does this mean we're getting ourselves a tag team match now, player? Holla.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Oh, Pro Wrestling Fan says Will Ospreay, the best wrestler in New Japan and one of the best wrestlers in the world. No, I know who Will Ospreay is. Is he part of the LA Dojo? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
Well, hopefully we'll get Hook versus Will Ospreay.
And so then we had Jay Lethal, Satan Singh, Sanjay Dutt backstage. Do you want to talk about what they talked about in this promo?
It was very short. They showed a recap of everything they did to Samoa Joe, and they just taunted him, and they say that this is just the beginning. I think one con of AEW is a lot of feuds. They seriously just need to just conclude. Some feuds get stretched out way too long, and this current feud right now with Jay Lethal and his crew versus Samoa Joe, it's run its course. It's seriously run its course. We need to move on. But that's pretty much it. It's just them taunting Samoa Joe, a video recap of everything they did to Samoa Joe, and then basically saying that this is just the beginning. So this feud can continue.
What do you think it was their way of writing out Samoa Joe? Because I don't know if you heard the news, but Samoa Joe got cast in a Peacock series.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Good for him.
So maybe that was a way of writing him out so that he can go film that.
That's good news because I thought I was like, oh my gosh, Samoa Joe get a concussion again? I feel so bad for the guy, but yeah, good.
Yeah. So in the main event, we had Darby Allin versus Bobby Fish. This is a great main event.
A very surprising ending.
And yeah, so Darby Allin ended up defeating Bobby Fish, right?
No, he tapped out.
He tapped out? Oh, okay. Yeah. I see, because when I saw it, I was like, wait, what? Did Darby Allin win or did Bobby Fish win?
No, Bobby Fish surprisingly actually won clean. He got him to tap out to that TJ Perkins, what was that move called? The knee bar.
Oh, the knee bar?
Yeah. That means that both members of Red Dragon have a win over Darby Allin.
Oh, okay. So because it looked from the angle I was looking at, the way they had it, I thought Darby Allin won.
No.
Oh, okay. But thanks for letting me know.
No problem.
But then, of course, here's the lights go out and Sting comes back.
It's Sting!
And that pretty much ends Rampage. So overall, good show. I liked it a lot better than I did SmackDown.
Me too, surprisingly. Me too.
But I felt like this is just a regular Rampage. Nothing about it screamed Road Rager.
I don't know why they even put that on there.
So I have to knock points down for that, you know? So I'm going to give this probably an 8 out of 10.
That's actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, 8 out of 10, yes.
Well, because it was still a good show. I just knocked points out because this felt like a regular Rampage.
Absolutely, yes. So
what would you rate it?
Well, towards the end, and this is before the big shocker at the ending, which was Sting, I was about to be like, I'm going to give this a 2 out of 5 because to promote this as Rampage Road Rager, it's like you said, it just feels like a regular TV taping of Rampage, right? But I always say this. Overall, did they deliver on the main event? Did they do something at the end where it gets you that you want to tune in next week? And I felt like they did that with Sting. They know what they're doing. So that Sting thing at the end, I'm like, oh, Sting's back. Okay, that's pretty good. I'll tune in next week. If you want a good example of that, you watched Monday Night Raw, which you did. What they did in the main event was a pose down between Lashley and Theory.
Why are you going to remind me of that?
I'm sorry. But I'm trying to prove a point here. It ended with Theory squirting baby oil in Lashley's face, and then that's it. They ended it with that. Does that make me want to tune in next week? No. Is there a cliffhanger? No. Does that make me like? So I'm trying to prove the point. That's why I give it overall score. The matches were good, and the ending was good. I like the cliffhanger at the end. Sting is back, so good. They know what they're doing. It's basically the opposite. It's like their whole business model. We will now do the opposite of what WWE does. The opposite.
Yeah, definitely. So I think I know what your answer is going to be, but I'm going to go ahead and ask. And I just want people listening or watching that it's not us being biased. It's not. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. They can feel free to agree or disagree with us. But what, in your opinion, was a better show this week, SmackDown or Rampage?
Rampage, of course. Are you kidding me? Yikes.
No. Yeah, You've done the review with me, right? When it's when SmackDown goes after Rampage, or no, you haven't?
Say again.
You've done a review with me. Have you done a review with me where SmackDown is after Rampage or not?
I've actually done a couple with you.
Okay, so like SmackDown after Rampage just hits differently, and let me tell you something. Like SmackDown should never go after Rampage, never.
No. And to kind of go along with what you said, this is not us being biased. You know, if WWE one day can pull out a miracle and deliver a show that's better than AEW, we will tell the honest truth. You know, we're not being biased. We're not paid shills by AEW. I gotta be completely honest. I was actually not a big fan of Road Rager Dynamite. There were a lot of stuff I did not like. No. I mean, you gotta admit, you and I talked during the show. That Wardlow match was seriously one of some of the worst things I've ever seen.
If only you would have.
WWE booking, like that Wardlow match was really bad. And there was a lot of like seriously questionable booking they did on Road Rager. I know a lot of people, because I've listened to a lot of podcasters, they love Dynamite Road Rager, but I was just someone who honestly, for it being promoted as a premium live event, Road Rager, I was actually not a big fan. I wasn't a big fan of Road Rager.
Damn, I wish you would have came on. I would have loved to hear why.
We could have had a debate, but it wasn't the worst.
I might have muted you. No, just kidding.
Nah.
I wouldn't mute you.
It was not a bad show, but I gotta admit, it wasn't one of their best shows. As far as a premium live event, because they promoted it as kind of like a pay-per-view show, Road Rager, it wasn't some of the best. But I know a lot of people who liked it, so I
definitely
get it.
I feel you, and everybody's entitled to their opinions. You know, you could feel free to like and dislike a show.
Yeah, I think what the chat room says, WWE can have a better show than AEW when Triple H's NXT take over WWE. Yeah, I mean, honestly,
a non-Vince produced show sucks. Okay,
absolutely. AEW versus NXT in the Wednesday Night War was great, but sadly, I feel bad for Triple H. I feel so bad for Triple H. And NXT 2.0 is so bad. Now, I know Triple H has a heart condition now, but it's like, it is so bad. I mean, Bruce Pritchard and Shawn Michaels do not know what they're doing. And I'm pretty sure they're just doing what Vince is telling them. This is not the same NXT 2.0 that we know. This is a totally different show. It is so bad. So bad.
Yeah, I feel you.
It's very sad. You speak good.
I know. I remember you and Kyle used to always praise you, Kyle, and then Brian.
NXT was AEW. Like before AEW, NXT was AEW.
Those were the good old days with all of us.
You used to watch it from time to time. You used to watch it for a little bit, right? It was good.
You want to know why I started watching it? I started watching NXT, the Black and Gold brand, because you, Kyle, and then later Brian, like, all would talk about like how NXT was like so good. And mind you, since I was always in your chat back in the day, like I wanted to be, to be involved. So that's why I started watching it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you remember when it was just you? It was just you, me, and like Cupid Girl, and then like it was Kyle and Cappy, and oh my god, those were the days.
Those were the days.
Those were the days.
When WWE was semi-good, but
yeah, and there wasn't so much wrestling on.
No, there wasn't. It was WWE, was WWE, and NXT was our AEW. Good times.
Yep.
Gold and black, you'll be missed.
Definitely. All right, so you got anything you want to say as we get ready to wrap up?
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, you guys, you and I have been talking for a long time. I've just been working on relaunching my YouTube channel. It's been down for the last couple of months. However, you can still subscribe to it. You can go ahead and check it out. Name is right here on YouTube. It's all one word, Makachow TV. And I'll be relaunching it very, very soon. I bought some brand new equipment. I haven't been on your show for a while because I've been decorating my background because I got some stuff and I was going to paint my room, but I ended up not doing it. But should be relaunching very, very soon. I'll be doing some pro wrestling stuff, some pop culture
SummerSlam review?
Maybe. Gosh, do I really want to review Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns?
Let me know. And I'll help you out.
I will. But thank you for always letting me come on your show. It's
you're always welcome.
Even when my channel's down, good to be on here. Thank you. And you have fantastic fans. Love this chat room. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you. You guys are awesome. Some of you more than others.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that being said, you guys, thank you guys all so much for watching and for your continuous support. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on Sunday after Slammiversary.
Mm-hmm. Good luck, Vince.
Bye.
Bye.